Hi there, welcome. My name is Kelly. Thank you for showing up to do a yoga practice with me. Welcome to my studio. I have my friend Maxwell over here. Come here, Maxwell. Come here. Come here. Nope. You're too busy with your toy. All right. So let me tell you about the program. The program today, we're going to be strengthening the upper body and the lower body, flowing with continuous movement from pose to pose. But let's begin by warming up the shoulders. So let's stand up. All right, so pick your shoulders up and roll them back like that. Pull your blades together, broaden through the chest. Pick your shoulders up and roll them back. Do that 2 more times. And now let's reverse the movement. Pick them up and roll them forward. One more time. Now alternate. Right rolls back, left rolls back. Then right and left, right and left. Now the opposite, our reverse. Alternate, right and left. Roll forward. Now let's try to move in opposition. So as your right shoulder moves forward, move your left shoulder back. So rotating, it takes a little while to get this, and maybe you need to look in a mirror to see the movement. So right goes back, left goes forward. Then do the opposite. Almost, it's kind of like a figure 8, right? Forward. So let's start over. Left shoulders forward, right shoulders back. Left shoulders forward, right shoulders back. There we go. Left shoulders forward, right shoulders back. Good. Now go the opposite direction. Back and forward. Back and forward. There we go. Just takes a moment to get that coordination. It's kind of like reaching in opposition, reaching in opposition. So do that with me. Reach your arms forward and back. And now go across the center line of the body. Side, center line of the body. Side, like you're doing flossing right there. Do it again. And then the right arm up and over. And as you reach back, rotate the palm, reaching back. And then bring the hand to the side. Go with the opposite direction, reach back, turning the palm as you rotate and bring that arm and cross in front of the body. Do it again. Reach up, all the way, reaching back, swoosh behind you, and then bring it back the same direction, rotating as you come over and across in front of the body. All right, so let's do the other side. So sweep up first, palm facing in, reaching up as long as you can, straight arm, and then as you reach back, turn and rotate the palm, and then bring the hand to the side. Keep your hips squared and your shoulders squared. Reach, rotate, turn, and then bring it in front. So this is just keeping mobility in the shoulder, your range of motion, keeping the shoulder joint healthy, reaching back as far as you can as you rotate. Hand to your side, bring it back the other way, rotate, and then bring it in front. Excellent. All right, so now let's bring it down to the floor. So knees on the floor, hands on the floor, knees are separated. Lower your belly, look forward, inhale. Exhale, round your spine. Do that again, inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And then exhale. Walk your hands forward, tuck your toes, lift your knees up, downward facing dog right here.
Wiggle your feet. And then shift forward, plank, and hold. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift up your hips. Shift your hips back. Look behind you. Press the floor away. Shift forward, plank. And then lift up. Downward facing dog. Last time. Plank. And then walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And hold right here for a moment. If you're feeling your hamstrings tight, just stay here and bring your ribs to touch the top of your thighs, right? And then sway your fingers over to one side and then the other side. Sway over one side and then the other. Then bring your hands to your shins, lengthen and look forward. Exhale, fold. So gradually we'll warm up the body. You'll feel much more mobile and flexible as we get warmed up. Bring the arms up overhead, hands to your heart. And let's do 2 half sun salutations. So we'll just fold over. Inhale, reach up. Key thing with folding over is bring the hands down through the center line of the body as you have a flat back, abs contracted, fold all the way over. Inhale, half lift. Look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, and stand tall. So you can reach out to the sides as you lift up. Press into your feet. Do it again. Exhale, go ahead and fold over. Bring the hands through the center line of the body. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Reach those arms up and stretch overhead. Good. One more time. Exhale, fold. This time we'll come to the mat. Inhale, half lift. Plant your hands, bring your knees down. Set your knees down on the mat. So your hands, separate those fingers. You want to press your fingers down. Move your knees back away from underneath your hips. Then lift your heels. So you're on the top of the kneecaps right there. You can cross your ankles if you like to do that. And we're going to do 10 push-ups right here, right? So elbows draw in, do 10, push, 9, push, 8, push, 7, 6, chin in, 5, 4, 3, 2, do it one more time. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Pedal your heels right and left. Now walk your hands back to your feet. Forward fold. Maybe feeling a little more stretched out in your hamstrings or warmed up. Fold over. Try to straighten your legs a little bit more, but again, bring your ribs to touch the top of the thighs and sway your hands over to one side and then the other side. Then reach for your elbows and sway. So a little more balance required right here with your holding the elbows, sway over. Now release the hands to the floor. Look forward, walk your hands out to plank. Right here, okay? So now shift up or lift up again, downward facing dog. Breathe. We're gonna do that 4 more times. Plank to downward dog. Plank, abs in, downward facing dog. Plank, downward facing dog. Plank, right there. Press your fingers down, downward facing dog. Lift up your right leg. Inhale. Turn your toes out and bend your knee. Let's open up the hip right here. Straighten that or lift the knee. Point the knee towards the back wall and rotate your foot both directions. And now rotate at the hip joint. Make a circle with your kneecap. And then opposite direction. And then extend the leg straight. Step your right foot beside your right thumb. Use your hand to bring that foot forward if you need to. So coming into lunge position, we're going to do a couple of moves and kind of
increase the intensity by adding on. So shoulders back, abs in, look forward. We're going to reach your arms forward, then reach the right arm to the side like you're cutting through the horizon, palm facing down. Look at your back hand, so rotation at the trunk. Keep your balance. Reach forward. Nicely done. And now reach again. Bring it back. One more time forward. Excellent. Bring your hands down to the mat. Come to downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Inhale left. Turn your toes out. Bend your knee. Push the floor away. Rotate at the ankle joint. Both directions. Warming up the legs for our lunge position. Now rotate at the knee or the hip joint. Make a circle with the kneecap. And then the opposite direction. And then hold. Look forward. Step your left foot beside your left thumb. Crescent pose. Make sure you have space width-wise. Inhale, reach up, stretch overhead. Straighten the back leg. Reach the arms forward. Cut through the horizon right there. And then forward. Do that again. Bring it out to the side. Keep your balance. And then forward. Hands down to the mat. Push into the floor. Lift up that leg. Downward facing dog. Right leg again. Inhale right. Step your right foot beside your right thumb. Lift up, crescent pose, high lunge. Sweep forward, then reach to the side. We're going to add on. Inhale, reach forward. Lift up your left knee, balance right there. Then reach the left arm, left side. Left arm forward. Keep your balance. Bring that leg back to lunge position. Set your knee down. All right, we're going to add on again. Vashisthasana, or side plank, but watch up here for a moment. So my knee is over my ankle first. I'm going to bring my hand forward of my foot, so not right here. So my hand's going to go forward so that whenever I turn, I'm in a side plank where I'm at a slight angle right there, and my shoulder is not exactly over my wrist. It's at a slight angle. Reach. Then bring that right foot forward again. Pivot. Look forward. Tuck your toes under. Lunge position. Reach. Reach forward. Balance on your right leg, left knee up. Reach. Challenge. Reach forward. Bring your leg back. Excellent job. Go to downward facing dog, and we'll go to the other side. Here we go. Downward dog. Lift your left leg up. Inhale. Push the floor away. Left foot forward. And coming up into crescent pose. So we're adding on those two new things. The knee with balance, knee hold. And then the Vashisthasana. Hands to your heart. Reach forward. Slice through the horizon right there. Look back. And then forward. Excellent. Grab your knee so you can hold right here. Flex. Reach to the side. Reach forward. Excellent. Bring that leg back. Bring your arms forward for balance. Set your knee down very gently. Hands on the floor. Move your right hand forward of the left foot. Then you're going to pivot on the side and reach the leg and the arm up. Right there. So side or Vashisthasana side plank. Bring that foot forward. You can use your hand. Pivot. Look forward. Let's go through that one more time. Tuck your toes. Lift up your knee. Reach to the side. One smooth movement. Grab your knee. Reach to the side. Slow and controlled. Forward. Bring the leg back. Inhale. Set the knee down. Right hand up forward of the left foot. Turn. Pivot. Lift. Bring that leg forward again. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale. downward facing dog. Beautiful. All right, so let's do that again. Inhale, strengthening the legs, strengthening the hips, stretching the lower back. Step your right foot beside your right thumb. Inhale, crescent pose. Go ahead and pivot or reach that arm to the side and back. Reach forward, grab your knee. Reach to the side. And then forward. Set your foot, bring your foot back, knee to the mat. Left hand forward of the right foot. Turn, pivot, reach. Arm up. Bring that right foot forward. Tuck your toes, lift up. We're going to do it again right here. Reach to the side, right side. Reach forward, grab your knee. Up, reach to the left. Reach forward. Bring the foot back, leg back. Lower your knee. Vashisthasana. Pivot. Reach. Bring your foot forward. Hands on the mat, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg, inhale. Left foot, bring it forward, crescent pose. Inhale up. Exhale to the left, sweep. Reach forward, grab your right knee. Woo. Right leg to the side, or right arm to the side. Forward. Bring that leg back. Bring your hands down to the mat. Set your knee down. Turn, pivot, reach, arm up. Bring that leg forward. One more time, crescent pose. Inhale, reach up. Sweep to the side, to the left. Stretch that leg out. Reach forward. Grab your right knee. Arm to the side. Forward. Forward. Bring your leg back. Bring the knee down. Hand down to the mat. Turn. And lift. Nicely done. Step your foot forward. Downward facing dog. Right there. Inhale. Pedal your heels. Exhale. Shift forward into plank. Knees to the mat. You ready? So 10 push-ups. Lift your feet. Cross your ankles the other way. Here we go. Elbows in. 10. 9. Keep your head up. 8. 7. 6. 5. Strengthening the upper body. 4. 3. 2. One more. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Pedal your heels right and left. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Step your right foot forward. It's a little change. Inhale, reach your arms to the sides right here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is reach your your left hand to the right ankle, and then center, and then reach the left hand to the ankle, put your heel down. Lift your heel, like airplane position, and lunge. Touch the left hand to the right ankle. Center, look forward, pivot the right hand down, set your left heel down. Do it again, up. Get your position, knee over the ankle. Let's do it one more time. Pivot, abs in. Body is straight from the top of your head, the crown of the head to the heel. Now touch and set the heel down. Right there. Excellent. Look forward. Hands on the floor. Let's do the other side. Push the floor away, downward facing dog. Left leg, inhale. Left foot, bring it forward. So you're in crescent pose right here. Reach up. So arms to the sides, like you're an airplane, right? In a lunge position, knee over the ankle. First thing you're gonna do is tap the right hand to the inside of your right calf or ankle. Lift up the other way, but whenever you turn, pivot this way, you're gonna set your heel down, touch, and then realign, pull the shoulders back, abs in. Do it again. Touch, slowly and controlled. Remember, the movement is more important here. Right here, set your heel down and touch. Lift your heel. Good job. One more time. Strength in the legs. And then the other way. Set your heel down, touch. Lift the heel. Look forward. You did it. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Push the floor away, lift up your foot. Downward facing dog. Pedal the heels. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Step your right foot beside your right thumb. Separate your feet so there's width. Inhale, reach up. Press into the ball of your foot back there. Get into that lunge position, arms to the sides. Shift your chest forward just a bit, and you're gonna pivot right there. Left hand to right ankle. Center, set your heel down. Touch outside the ankle, abs in. Do it again. Airplane, shift forward and touch, center, and then pivot the other way. Set your heel down. Center. Good job. One more time. Touch, reach the opposite arm. Center, set your heel down. Touch. Center. Beautiful job. Hands down to the mat. Push the floor away. Downward dog. Left leg up. Inhale. Step your left foot forward. Inhale. Crescent pose. Rise up on the ball of the foot back there. Strong leg. Relax the arms. Bring them to your sides. Shift your knee over your ankle. Chest forward just a bit. Touch your right ankle. Right hand, or left ankle, right hand. And then airplane. Set your heel down. Touch the outside of your ankle. Center, lift the heel. Inside of ankle. Keep the heel up. Center. Set the heel down. Touch the outside of the ankle. Center. Lift your heel. Look forward. Last time. Touch. Center. Set your heel down, touch the outside of the ankle, center, lift your heel. Excellent. Bring the hands down. Press the floor away, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Pedal your heels right and left. One last round. Push-ups. 10. You ready? Set your knees down. So your knees are back away from the hips. Fingertips pressing down. Point your elbows towards your heels. Right here, cross your ankles. Abs in. Tuck your chin. Bring your wrists underneath your shoulders. So shift forward, lower down. 1, 2, go to 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to the top. Tuck your chin. 7, 8, 9, 10. Tuck your toes. Lift up your knees. Downward dog. Beautiful job. Step your right foot outside of the right edge of the mat. Left foot. Bend your knees. Malasana. Right here. All right, you guys. Move around your hips. Move your knees just a little bit. Oscillate. Elbows on the inside of your knees. Right there. Look forward. Bring the thumbs to the heart. Press the knees into the elbows. Lower back, hip stretch right here. Breathe in. Breathe out. So let's practice crow pose or crane pose. So hands on the floor. Let me show you how to do it, or show you how to do it. We'll lift one foot off the floor at a time. So if you don't have leggings on, then use a towel at your legs, underneath the arms, or between the arms and the legs. Lift the hips, shift forward, lean forward, and you'll pick up your right foot, set it down, left foot, set it down, and then heels down, malasana. All right, so let's do it again. So reach forward, lift up your hips, and then lift up your hips high enough, or on the balls of your feet high enough, and then lean in so the weight goes on to your hands all the way. Press into the hands, round your back. Lift your right foot, left foot. Point your toes. Set your feet down. Malasana. Beautiful job. You can also do just alternating, lifting the feet up off the floor, okay? So one more time. Let's stretch the legs first. Put your hands on the floor and forward fold. When you forward fold, bring your feet parallel. Sway your hands over to one side, then the other. Then reach for your elbows. Sway side to side. Malasana. Turn your heels in. Elbows on the inside. Upper arms on the inside of your knees, right there. Put your hands on the mat and then lift up. You'll move your hands accordingly with the weight distribution around your spine. Press into your fingers. Lean forward. Straighten the arms. Lean in. Gaze forward. Lift. 3, 2, 1. Set your feet down. Beautiful job. Malasana. You did it. Excellent. Hands behind your hips. Sit back behind and extend your legs out straight. Bring your right foot to the outside of the left knee, right there. Sit up tall, grab the leg, and turn. Fingertips behind the hip, right there. Press the calf down into the floor, and you want to flex your foot. Breathe. Then heel to glute, right there. Let's see our time. We're almost there, about 5 more minutes. Cooling down. Look forward, and let's just change sides. So extend the legs out, bring the opposite leg over, grab that leg, pull it in, give yourself that hug right there, and you're turning the spine, stretching the hips, look over your shoulder, press your heel down, your calf down, toes up. And then a little more stretch in the hips, bring the heel over to the glute over here, press this knee down, press this foot down, grab your leg, pull it, or turn, breathe. Elbow on the outside of the knee, pulling the leg in a little bit more, draw the shoulder back, keep pressing the leg down into the mat. Excellent. All right, so reach like this and then rotate, pulling the hands away from each other or like that. And now extend the legs out straight, change. So pull, elbows out. And now do a rotation like this. Like you're swimming, abs in. And now go backwards. So there's our movement in opposition. A little easier when you've got the connection of your hands. Good. Now release your hands, lower down on the mat all the way. Hope you enjoyed this active recovery practice and mind-body practice. So feet on the floor flat. Lift up your hips off the floor right there. Bring your right arm underneath, left arm underneath. Clasp your hands. Lift the hips. Breathe. Close your eyes. Lift up higher. Press into your feet, the toes, the heels, knees are over the ankles. Don't let them splay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unclasp your hands, lower your hips down to the mat, and then palms on the floor, windshield wiper your knees side to side. Hold the knees over to the right. Place your right ankle on your left knee and kind of pull that knee down towards the floor, but then your back to the floor. Turn your head the opposite direction of the knees. Breathe. Then look up, bring the knees towards your chest. Figure 4, press this knee away, flex your feet, pull the leg in, right there. Press the knee away, pull it in more, knee away. And then let's change sides. So tip the knees, put your feet on the floor, tip the knees over to the left, pick up the left ankle, place it on the outside of your right knee, pull the back towards the floor, and then look the opposite direction. And you want to have the insole of your right foot on the floor. Don't put the foot flat. So this is a stretch through the outside of the hip, through the IT band. Don't injure the knee by putting your foot flat. So your knees tip over to the side, foot tips over to the side. Now you're just going to settle your lower back onto the floor, lift your feet up, figure 4 stretch, reach the hands through, pull the leg in, flex your feet. Just notice where your knee is right here. Use your left hand and press that knee away. There's your stretch in the side of the body, the hip. Flex your feet, breathe, pull the legs in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab the knees, give yourself a hug for doing this and showing up. Rock from side to side. You can bring your feet up, rock from side to side. Right there, breathing in and out. Cross your ankles and roll up. Turning, looking forward, roll your shoulders back. One more time, hold right there. Tip the head forward. For the back of the neck stretch. Lift the head, tip the head over to the right. Lift up the opposite arm just slightly. 3, 2, 1. Relax the shoulders, head comes forward, tip the head over to the other side. Trapezius stretch, opposite arm lifts just a little bit from the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Head forward and lift up. Bring your hands together. Edge of the hands to the mind's eye in gratitude. Edge of the hands to the heart and thanks. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for showing up and thank you for having this mind-body practice with me. Leave me a comment if you have the time, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.